Hi there, I'm Lee. I'm so excited that you're here today. Jesus has been talking about the things that are going to happen and then the end will come. Yesterday, we talked about how to make it to the end because he said many are going to turn away from him. They're going to distrust him because of the things that are going to be happening because of persecution. And so today he's saying, your vessel is your way out. We were talking about how Noah built that ark and how it's called a vessel. And we talked about how the thing that he created you to do, the assignment that you have is your vessel. It's your ark to being ready and to being able to make it to the end. So let's acknowledge him. Jesus, we thank you for preparing us and teaching us, giving us revelation knowledge, showing us how to make it to the end. And we just so appreciate you. We love you. We praise you. And we're just asking for more and more revelation knowledge. We just adore you. And we're asking you to help us to make it to the end. And so we can't do anything without him. And it's really a good thing to always say, help me, because you leave yourself open to letting him help you and letting him correct you. And being corrected is the way. It's the way, because otherwise we don't know that we're not right with him. We'll just think that we are. We'll just assume. And so always ask him to help you and to correct you. And so today he said, your vessel is your way out. So being a vessel of honor, he's talking about. And in 2 Timothy 20 in the interlinear Bible, it says, if a man would purge himself, actually it's starting in verse 20, in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. And I just wanted to get more of an insight, and I clicked dishonor because that gives you the full meaning. And the word that stuck out at me is disgust. And so in order to have that assignment, maybe you're thinking, I don't have an assignment, he didn't give me an assignment, then the thing you need to do is be that vessel of honor. And if you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to purge yourself, which he says in verse 21, if you would purge yourself from these, you could be a vessel of honor, sanctified, and meet for the master's use. So that assignment has to do with you purging yourself of the things that do not honor God. Don't just think anything goes, just blending in with whatever. Verse 22, flee also from youthful lusts, follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace, and then call on the Lord out of a pure heart. Call on him. What is my assignment, Lord? How do you want me to build my ark? What is that you want me to do? I want to be that vessel of honor for you, Lord. In the Message Bible, it said, in a well-furnished kitchen, there are not only crystal goblets and silver platters, but waste cans and compost baskets. Some containers used to serve fine meals, others to take out the garbage. Become the kind of container God can use to present any and every good kind of gift for his guests, for their blessing. Run away from childish indulgence. Run after mature righteousness. And then in the end, he talked about if we aren't doing that, we're really in the devil's trap, and we're caught in that and forced to run his errands. So if you're not paying attention, if you're not cleansing yourself, if you're not letting him teach you and guide you, you're not going to be that vessel of honor. Jesus said, what's in your heart will come out of your mouth. What's in your heart makes you that vessel. Wanting to do that assignment and letting him correct you and teach you how to be cleansed, and not just give in to the indulgence of your flesh, but always be ready and willing to do his will, putting his will above what your flesh wants, not letting your flesh have its way. And so we always have to be looking to him. And when we're doing that, he's going to give you that assignment. And as we talked about yesterday, that assignment is your way out. You have to do that assignment that he has for you. Because just to reiterate yesterday, what he was showing us is when we're doing that assignment, then we're going to be that faithful servant. When we're doing that assignment, we're going to know that when that assignment is fulfilled, that he's going to come. He's going to be here. The end is going to be there. But if you're not doing that assignment, you're going to be lost out wandering, as the Message Bible said, doing the enemy's errands. You're going to be indulging in things. And then when Jesus comes on that day, it's going to be for you like a thief in the night. And you're going to hate it that he came. And you're going to run. You're going to try to get away from him because you already know. Because you already know that you missed it. He said many are going to turn away from him. He said many are going to be saying, but Lord. Verse 20 in Matthew 24. It said, blessed and fortunate and to be envied. Verse 45, to be ready. Who then is a faithful, thoughtful, and wise servant whom his master has put in charge of his household to give to the others food and supplies at the proper time? Blessed, happy, fortunate, and to be envied is that servant whom when his master comes, he finds him doing so. I solemnly declare to you, he will set him over his possessions. You know, maybe you're not going to be that far, but if you're doing what he told you to do when he comes, blessed, happy, and fortunate are you going to be. So then it says, if the servant is wicked and says to himself, my master's delayed and he's going to be gone a long time, and he begins to beat his fellow servants and to eat and drink with the drunken, the master of the servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, at an hour which he is not aware. And Jesus doesn't want you to be in that situation. And you're going to be in that situation if you're not doing your assignment, if you're not being faithful to do what he said. If you're just thinking, oh, I got time, I'm going to just put it off a little while. I'm going to do this verse and that verse. Verse 51, he will punish him and put him with the pretenders, the hypocrites, so there'll be weeping and grinding of teeth. It's a scary thing. So Jesus wants to encourage you today to cleanse yourself, to just be serious about honoring him. Don't disgust him by just going along with what the world is doing. Maybe by caring more about what other people think of you than what he does. Don't disgust him. Don't be a vessel any other than of honor. Honor him. Care what he thinks. Love him. Care about what he cares about. Do that greater thing he called you to do. He said, if you believe in me, you're going to do what I was doing and even more. Be there for him. You know, many say, I love him. I'm ready to love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. Just care about what he cares about. Care about what he cares about. And he has lost sheep. And he needs us to partake in that assignment. He has a plan. He wants you to be a part of his plan. And you can't be a part of his plan if you're not willing to be a vessel of honor, if you're not willing to care about what he cares about, if you're more concerned about you, if you live your life, what's important to you, if you're not willing to put your thing aside for him, then you're a vessel of dishonor, a vessel of disgust. When you know what to do and you don't do it, that is sin. And many people are in that place. They know what to do, but they just don't want to do it. They're just too lazy. They just want their life to be about them. And they think, well, I got time. I can do it later. Jesus isn't coming yet. It's been a long time. And, I just don't think he's coming yet. We don't know. You might be that person that's in the middle of fulfilling the thing that he told you to do. You might be the person like Noah that's done. And when you're done, you're going to know more than the person that is only halfway done, because the more you do, the more revelation knowledge you have. But on that day, if you're the one who put it off, Jesus is talking to you today. If you're the one who put it off, you're going to hate it that he came. You're that honor of disgust. And Jesus is going to have to say, away from me, I never knew you. That's sad. That's horrible. He doesn't want to do that. And that's why he's telling us today, be that vessel of honor, your integrity to serve him, your art, the thing that he created you to do for him, that assignment he has for you is your way out. And you're going to know the time is near. No one's going to tell you anything different. And you're going to be so absorbed in doing that assignment that nothing else is going to move you. And you're not going to be that one that turns away from him. Continue on that narrow path. Care about what he cares about. Get involved. Get involved. Revelation 3:20, he said, he's knocking at the door of your heart. And if you would heed his voice, he's going to come and live on the inside of you. He's going to come and live on the inside of you. He's going to teach you. He's going to tell you your assignment. He's going to tell you when you need correction. He's going to tell you when you're indulging in your flesh rather than seeking to walk in righteousness, rather than seeking to walk in the Spirit, being led by the Spirit. He's going to compliment you. He's going to encourage you. He's going to love you like no one else can love you, but you have to heed his voice. It's not a prayer that you pray and then sit on the couch and say, I'm ready. You're not ready. You have to be accomplishing. You have to be doing your assignment. Jesus is clearly preparing us for that day. He certainly is. And he wants you to be prepared. He wants you to be prepared. He wants you to know your assignment. So your part is to be that vessel of honor. Your vessel is your way out, he said, meaning what's in your heart is your way to salvation. What you're meditating, what you're thinking. Jesus said, what you say is going to come out of your mouth. And that's your way to have everlasting life. Jesus said, what's in your heart will come out of your mouth. If your vessel is empty of God's character, his word, his honor, you're a vessel of disgust and you will not be ready for the master's use. Be a part of his return. Being a vessel of honor is his heart's desire. Prepare your heart for his use by cleansing yourself of dishonoring him and honor him by doing his will, not that of the enemies. Don't be caught in his trap. It takes your time and your attention, being attentive to him. So he said he's knocking at the door of your heart. And if you would heed his voice, he'd come and live on the inside of you. So let's pray. Pray that prayer with me. Ask him, Jesus, come in and live on the inside of us. Teach us, prepare us to stand before you that day. Thank you. We can't do anything without you. We want to be that vessel of honor. Help us to do that. Give you all the glory. So that is the message I have for you today. And just seek after him and get your assignment. And the other thing that I want to mention is your assignment is what's going to give you peace, joy, happiness, and contentment. It's going to give you that zing for life. Doing the right thing always feels good. And you're going to have you're just going to have his joy. You're going to know that you're pleasing him. It's just going to be wonderful, living in heaven on the earth, so to say. So God bless you. Thank you so much for listening today.